Let's talk about the Speed Demons. The Speed Demons might be one of the most misunderstood teams in Aether Drift. Now, they're a small continuity hook to Duskmourn, which was the last set. They are from the plane of Duskmourn. They are led by Winter, who you remember from Duskmourn. He was one of the survivors who betrayed the main characters and then got taken by Volgavoth and sort of transformed into this thing. There's a bit of a Ghost Rider vibe here, but calling them the Ghost Rider faction, I think, would be a disservice. Real quick, the alternate art of Winter shows you their symbol, which is sort of this speed demon skull. You can see it in a couple places, but this is the big one. The team is largely made up of what you would probably call Razorkin, or maybe survivors who are left with no other choices, and they are, if you're paying attention, largely possessed by glitch ghosts. You can see it more clearly in a lot of their art. They have like glowing blue eyes and stuff. That's because they're not in control of their own bodies. It's really sort of the glitch ghosts that are at the wheel. Now, the eponymous Speed Demon is a minor demon from Duskmourn, who I suppose was probably more of a thing when Duskmourn had an outside. So he probably wasn't very threatening to Volgavoth, which is why he's still around, although he's still sort of ghost-like, like Volgavoth defeated him like much of the other lesser demons on the plane. Just as a side note, I wanted to call out Grim Bobble as an adorable bobblehead of the Speed Demon. And, you know, the name is great because it works nicely for reprints that aren't bobbleheads, but it's a cute pun. Anyway, I said earlier that Ghost Rider might be an influence, but it's not the only influence. The big one I would really say is 80s car horror, which is like a Stephen King thing. Christine, this is, a lot of these cars give very Christine vibes, which is like haunted car trying to kill you. And it's 80s horror. It fits in very nicely with Duskmourn's theme, something they couldn't do in Duskmourn because there were no roads. And of course also Maximum Overdrive, which is a name referenced here, but it is a movie where like a comet passes overhead and all the cars come to life, and one in particular, a truck with a Green Goblin head on the front, is like terrorizing the main characters. Also Haunted Hellride instead of Haunted Hayride. Love it. Wax and Shape Thief reminds me of Waxwork, which is like an 80s horror film. There were some other like wax museum horror films in the time. Anyway, there are little bits of Duskmourn spread throughout. There's some of the Wicker Folk. This one's specifically like a car wreckage Wicker Folk. And of course, Possessed Toys, which I think this one is funny. And that's largely it for the Speed Demons. I'm going to cut this off before I hit 3-minute mark.